Welcome to the finish line with So Very Easy. My name is Laura, and today I've been quilting this quilt. It had a big heart in the center. I did do this quilt a couple of weeks ago. I'll put a link in the description, but it does have a heart, and I do want to continue that heart in my quilting. So I wanted to show you how simple heart, leaves, and swirls can be. This is all going to be free motion. Every heart, leaf, and swirls are going to be a different size. But having these three shapes and doing them by free motion means we can fill into areas that we need to, fill in larger areas and smaller areas. We all can draw a very simple heart. A leaf is pretty much half a heart, and a swirl is just whatever we want to make it. So let me show you on paper what I'm going to be doing, and then I'll bring it to the quilting machine. So we have a heart shape. We can have a heart shape that we start at the bottom. We can have heart shapes with the little curves on them. We are going to need some leaves, and the leaves can be fat leaves. And then we need swirls. Swirls are basically letter C's. So we're going to do that letter C and come out. We can also do a swirl that's going to go all the way around until another area. How about a swirl that comes in, stops, and then goes in the other direction? And we can put a leaf in it. Come back, travel, do a heart, a little swirl, and a leaf. The leaf shapes are going to get us into these long, skinny areas. So if we've come to this area, we can fill it in with that leaf shape. These big swirls are going to cover a lot of space and will be able to get us to change direction. So that swirl can get me in one direction and then get me to come all the way back if I need to go back. We will be crossing over our lines throughout the entire project. So it won't look as if we've made a mistake because all of it is going to be crossed over. Traveling back is allowed. We can just have some fun and doodle. I've started by having both of my threads up at the top, and you can start with any shape that you feel comfortable doing. The swirls are usually the easiest, so we can start with one of those. And come back. Let's do a nice long leaf. And do that little stem that goes inside. I can travel back down or go up. I'm going to do another swirl. And then pull in a heart. Come out with another swirl. And another swirl. A leaf. So I'm just going to keep doing random leaves, swirls, and hearts. I'm going up, sideways, back. I'm going in all different directions. sneak in between some pieces. And you can always travel over top if you need. And you can always pick this up and rotate it. I've done little hearts, big swirls, small swirls. When the whole thing is done, you're not going to really notice if one is small and one is larger because they're all going to be different sizes. This is a great sit-down pattern to do because you're really just doodling. It can be done on a sit-down machine like my Q20 or a domestic machine. There'll be no getting stuck in a hole because you're going to be able to just come right out. So here is the finished quilt with those swirls and those hearts. It blends in very well. You really cannot see if the hearts have changed shape, if the leaves have changed shape. And it's an easy one to fill in spaces even when you get right to the corner. This design is really just doodling. We're doodling swirls, hearts, and leaves. Any size, any direction, and we get to cross over our lines. Having them all different sizes all over the quilt top just gives it a beautiful stipple type of look. But when we look, we will see those cute little hearts and leaves. And it really does have a pretty little finish. I do hope you give it a try, and thank you for joining me on the finish line. Feel free to subscribe, and as always, come on back. Let's see what we're quilting next time in the sewing room. Bye for now.